Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing my top 10 shoulder bags in my collection, basically ranking them from least used to most used. So if you guys are interested, then just keep watching. Alrighty, so the bottom slot is actually going to be my Chanel 22 in the small size. I will want to preface this, if I did get this in a black color or just some sort of dark color or in my iconic denim one that I really want, I feel like this wouldn't be at the bottom. But unfortunately, because mine is white, it is at the bottom. I actually made it a mission to use this. This is the bag that I actually bought with me to Melbourne to use for basically a month, and this was actually the bag that I used as my airplane bag as well. Before I brought this to Melbourne, I probably used this maybe like four to five times, so not that many times. So sad, but just using it for a month, like pretty consistently, not every day, but probably either every other day or every 2 days in Melbourne, I actually already started to get some wear. So my corners have actually already started to wear. I don't know if you can see it from here, but trust me, in person you can see it. Even though I was pretty careful with this, using this as a travel bag for a month, I wish I got the regular size. So I actually really would love to add another Chanel 22 in my collection. I've mentioned it before that if they re-release the rainbow tweed one, I would love to get that one. They have the Chanel 25 that came out in this amazing denim wash. If they came out with that exact wash but in the Chanel 22, I feel like, oh my gosh, I would be so tempted. This is the inside. It does come with a pouch. I did use the pouch. I kept like hair clips and hair ties and stuff like that in here. And I do actually have a Zimoni organizer on the inside of this bag. Using it for even just a month, I wish the wear wasn't as bad. Like even just my little magnet situation, it's already started to scratch right here because obviously constantly closing and opening. I feel like also what I've noticed is that the texture of my leather, I don't know if you guys can see how shiny it is, but I've watched so many videos of people having their own Chanel 22 and obviously loving it, especially in the black one. And I know the ones that have loved it and owned it and used it to death, theirs kind of gets like this very like softer matte type of malleable finish to it, and I wish that was the one that I got, whereas mine has kept a pretty square shape, whereas the ones that I've seen online, it eventually kind of starts to sag and gets rounder, which I actually prefer. I actually love the look. That's also one of the reasons why I tried to use this more, because I thought like maybe I just need to break it in and it'll get softer. And I don't have any protectors right over here. I know they sell like leather protectors. I think my Chanel 22 batch was after they've already like gone through the quality control and stuff like that, so I have no cracking. It doesn't look like it'll happen anytime soon for me. So my small Chanel 22 is number 10. So my number 9 spot would definitely be my micro DJoy, and this is the thing, it's not that I love this bag any less, it's just I don't use this as much because you guys know I'm in my bigger bag girl energy right now, aka I just love carrying a lot of things. Like just the card and a lip gloss like doesn't cut it unless I'm just going to the gym. Even though you can wear this crossbody, I think I've only worn this crossbody one time. Obviously it does come with a crossbody leather strap. 9 times out of 10, or honestly even like 9.9 times out of 10, I do wear this as a shoulder bag, which is why I'm putting this in the shoulder bag category, because I use this much more as a shoulder bag than I use it as a crossbody. And then ironically too, when I'm out and about and I see the micro DJoy, I actually see more people using this as a shoulder bag instead of a crossbody as well. So this is what it looks like with the crossbody strap. So this is what it looks like crossbody. Very cute, very comfortable, fits absolutely nothing. And then of course I have my pink little jelly cat as well, which is definitely Jisoo inspired. I definitely would use this bag if I'm going to like a really nice dinner or even just casually to get some boba. But in general, I would love to use this more, and I just need to make a habit of it. But it's just, gosh, I just really love bringing a lot of stuff, and this just does not fit. But this bag does fit my phone, so that's a plus. It doesn't fit a Pro Max though, so if you have a Pro Max, it would not fit your Pro Max. Okay, in the number 8 spot, tragically, it would be my Eloise. Even though this is one of my newer bags, I got this in December, and then I also got this little charm from Disneyland. How cute. I don't know what it is. I think it's the fact that I just wish I got this in the medium size. Between this and then the Ava, I just always reach for my Ava more. But I will say, when I did first get this, I was using this, no joke, for like 2 months almost straight, because this was the bag that I brought with me to Ireland as well. It's just for a travel bag. I wish this was bigger, but for every day, this is an amazing size. I don't know what it is though. I feel like the opening of the Ava is actually a lot more easier to get into than the Eloise, just because it's a little tighter right here, whereas the Ava bag, I feel like it's way more open. Obviously one of the main draws of the small Eloise is the fact that it does come with a leather crossbody strap. I think I've only used the leather crossbody strap once. 9 times out of 10, again, I use this as a shoulder bag, which is why I'm putting this in my shoulder bag category. I loved how slim this was. Originally when I first fell in love with the Eloise, I wanted the medium size, but it was the versatility that came with this bag bag, which is why I loved it more. I also love that the Triumph logo is very subtle, and also it's only on one side, so if you kind of want to hide the branding, which you don't even really need to because it's not very showy, you can just flip it over as well. It is made with calf skin. They do have this in a couple different colors, but basically you can adjust the straps with 3 different holes right here, so 3 different lengths, and then you can take this strap completely off and then put a crossbody strap. Honestly, at the end of the day, I just reach for my Ava more. Like, a part of me feels like I should sell this and just get the medium size Ava, but then the other part of me is like, this was a Christmas gift, and you guys know me, like, I'm a sentimental fool, and my mom got this for me for Christmas, so it's like I don't really want to sell anything that my mom got for me, even if it's to go towards a bag that I would use more. I still think this bag is super cute. I love the shade of tan that Celine does, and it so easily passes my elbow test. Like, look at that. Crazy. I still think it's really cute though. Very cute. So my number 7 spot is my Louis Vuitton Pochette Accessoires. This one obviously is vintage, part of the Murakami collection. I know that the Cherry collection is doing like pre-orders right now. I've seen so many people post like pre-order photos, and I did notice that the newer Murakami cherries are actually like different. Like, one of the faces are like, oh, which I actually think is super cute, whereas mine, they're both just smiling. So I did get this off of DCT Vintage when they were doing one of their Instagram lives, and I immediately saw her use it and I bought it within like 30 seconds. I was like, oh my god, I need it. It's also really cool. The detail is that the string bits right here are actually red, which is really cool. I do obviously have a chain extender on mine. If you guys were unaware, the older PAs are actually a lot shorter, so if I didn't have this chain extender, this would be, no joke, squeezing my armpit, and it was very uncomfortable. So I'm really glad that I got this chain extender. I got this off of a seller off Etsy. I'm gonna see if I can find the seller, if they're still selling these chains. Getting the chain extender was the best decision ever. So the inside is just plain. Obviously I do have mine stuffed right now. I actually love using this to travel, especially when I've gone on cruises with my mom. This is a great dinner bag, and it actually fits more than you'd expect. Like, it could fit my Canon G7X inside of this too, with my phone and a little card holder. Even though it's very slim, because it's canvas, it's actually very flexible. I definitely recommend anyone to get some sort of Louis Vuitton PA. It's just so user friendly, like truly I've used it a bunch. Like, I actually had to put it aside and not use it for a little bit because I was just using it so much. So this is the 7th most used in my collection, I think. So the 6th bag is one that I don't talk about a bunch, but I have mentioned it before, and it is this Gucci bag. Very old, probably like 10 to 15 years old. I can't gauge. This is actually the only designer bag that my father has ever bought for me. He just thinks designer bags are just so overpriced. He just surprised me with it one day. So basically it's like this black Gucci. You can see that it has the GG, but without the light it's actually very subtle. Like, you basically just see this plate, and what I love about this plate as well is that it reminds me of the Louis Vuitton Ava clutch that I have, and that one is also a plate as well. I don't know, it's just very subdued. I love that the accents of the corners have little leather bits as well, and it's like grain leather, as you can see. So it's basically a shoulder bag, and of course easily fits my arm test. I actually really like to use this to go grocery shopping. The closure is actually a magnetic button closure, and it is actually, the top rim is actually lined with leather as well. On the inside there's one big zipper pocket right here, and then one little, like, you can't see it, but there's this little pocket right here that could fit an OG like mobile flip phone, cell phone, like right there. So I wonder if that's what it's made for, because the slot is absolutely perfect. I don't mention this bag a lot, but it's just a very easy to use grab and go bag. I wonder if they even make anything similar on the Gucci website. I'll definitely take a look. Very understated, and it's actually worn incredibly well considering I've had this for, I want to say, over 12 years. I don't talk about this bag a lot, but it's actually super easy to use. Okay, now we're getting to top 5. I feel like everyone could kind of gauge what the top 5 would be. Number 5 would definitely be my Dior saddlebag, and I will like to preface this, if this was in a different color, like if I got this in the navy blue grained, I feel like this would be top 3. I'm not even kidding you, just because the back pocket is so incredible because of the grain leather. I was very tempted to get, they had a goat skin saddlebag. I don't know if they still have it on the website, but when I was shopping for a saddlebag, they did have a goat skin one, and I was very tempted because goat skin, it's very shiny and plush, but also very durable as well. There's just something about the grain leather of the Dior saddlebag that I just love and adore. I actually really want to add another one eventually. I'm leaning towards pre-loved just because the new ones come with the crossbody strap, and I genuinely don't need that. That's like an extra $300 that I just don't need. So at the time, I think with no strap it was $3,800, which already for me at the time was, I was like, oh, that's very, very, very expensive. I watched so many review videos on the Dior saddlebag, and almost everyone that owned the Dior saddlebag said that they wanted to sell it or that they just never used it because it doesn't fit anything. But I don't know if it's just me or what, but I actually can fit a good amount in this. Like, don't get me wrong, this is not gonna fit a lot, but it fits way more than people were saying that it did. So the opening is like this, and you would think that it would be hard to get things in and out of, but for me actually it's not, and it does go pretty deep as well. It's just, obviously this is a very oblong shape, so again, like I said, you can't fit a ton, but you can fit way more than you would think. And the fact that obviously it is grain leather, I've actually used this in the rain, not a downpour, but it has been raining, and I have no water spots or anything. Super easy to clean, it's worn extremely well. And again, just to reiterate, if I were to get another one, I would actually love to get the navy blue grained one. I've just always really, really liked that one. Or I would love to get one of the oblique ones that just say Christian Dior, and the denim one would probably be one of my top contenders. I thought about the gray oblique as well, but then I don't know, I feel like the gray would show dirt and wear over time and not be as user-friendly. I haven't decided. Does it pass the elbow test? It doesn't. However, you know, just a little extra effort right here. It's very comfortable against the arm. And then of course, one of the best things about the Dior saddlebag is just the hardware right here, because you can see it from the back and the front, and it's just like a really, really cute detail that I just love, 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 love. I have been tempted to get a Dior vintage saddlebag from Amore Tokyo or something like that. I love the vintage look, but it looks kind of flat, and I like that this kind of has more body and volume to it. So again, if I were to get another saddlebag, it would definitely be a newer one, not a vintage one. So the number 4 slot is definitely my Fendi Mama Baguette bag. I use this so much, also to the point where one time me and my friends went out drinking. We had bottles of soju in the car, and it ended up spilling on my bag. Like, I picked up my bag and I was like, why is the bottom of this wet and why does it smell? It was, oh my god. It took everything in me to like stay calm, cool, and collected in front of other people, but then the moment I ran back into the apartment, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe there's soju on this bag. But luckily this is fabric, and luckily it didn't actually hit the leather bit. It was, no joke, just on the bottom. So I got super hot water in the sink and I just kind of was soaking it, and then I was using detergent as well, because again, this is fabric, and I was able to let it air dry. And I have absolutely, I thought honestly this part would just be super dark brown, it was going to be stained. Luckily the soju was just plain soju, like it wasn't flavored, it wasn't the milky ones, so there is no stain. Like, if I never told you that story, you would have no idea that that happened. Like, there is no remnants at all that happened. Obviously points on this for it being so indestructible. They do have the Fendi Mama baguettes in the Zucca print with the gold hardware as well. I think silver is the more easy to come by, and the gold ones are the ones that are harder to come by. And actually one of my subbies DM'd me and she showed me that she has the mini Fendi Mama baguette, the vintage one, and I think she has it's either denim or it's just like a blue FF, but it is so cute. And the best part of the Fendi Mama baguettes is that it's triangle shaped right here, so it can actually fit a good amount. Side tangent briefly is that I definitely wanted to add a vintage Fendi baguette bag, but so many of those, the shoulder straps are actually on the shorter end of the spectrum. Like, it just looks like that it would be really tight, and she actually gave me the idea because she owns the mini Fendi Mama baguette, and she was like, you should actually look into the mini Fendi Mama baguette vintage, because you can fit more than the original Fendi because it's a lot wider at the base obviously, and the shoulder strap is actually a lot more comfortable. And I was like, girl, that's a genius idea. So now I am actually on the hunt for a mini Fendi Mama baguette in the Zucca print, just because I love this so much, and I've always just wanted something Fendi FF in the tobacco color. I have mine currently stuffed, and of course I do have a Simone organizer. One thing I would like to say is that I did buy a base shaper for this as well, and I actually noticed that I liked the Simone organizer more, because the base shaper, even though it kept it obviously very sturdy, it was very hard. So when I would use it as a shoulder bag like this and I would squish it, like, this is very comfortable, but with the base shaper it's actually extremely hard and it was just not comfortable. So I used this when I was in Japan. I brought this with me on my 3-week trip and I loved it. You can use this in the rain, you can use this casually, it fits so so much, like so much. You can fit like a full water bottle in this, even like 2 to 3 water bottles, to be honest. Cannot recommend this more. The number 3 spot without a doubt is my mini Anjou from Goyard, obviously. So I actually moved my little charms around. Oh, you can't see it like this. So I have my Maison de Sabre little orange, and then I moved my little Loewe Fox over here because I did get a brand new Hermes Twilly just because it's green, and I thought the green on green was really cute. And I saw this one picture on Google where people were putting Twillies on the mini Anjou, and then also, who is it, Raindrop Reina, she has 2 mini Anjous, the yellow and the green, Chef's Kiss, and both of hers she has a little Twilly. I don't know if she has an Hermes Twilly or just another branded Twilly, but I just thought it was so cute, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a genius idea. I went on Hermes and then they had a green one, so I was like, that's perfect. So the mini Anjou is more expensive than their St. Louis totes, even though this obviously is a mini bag, purely because, if you guys didn't know, that this is a reversible bag. So on the inside it's completely lined with leather, and then the outside is canvas, whereas the St. Louis totes are cheaper because there are no leather bits other than obviously the handles. And I have used this so much. I don't think I've ever actually used this bag reversed. Like, I've only ever used this with the green canvas. This does obviously come with a little pouch as well, and the pouch does have a little back pocket, and I actually have used this pouch. Again, I usually put like hair ties or maybe coins in this as well. One annoying thing is that this pouch is not detachable. I don't know why they made it like that, where you can't take it off. So that's very interesting, because you can take it off on this side, but you can't take it off on the strap, which I find very interesting. Again, I do have a Zumoni organizer inside of mine. I actually totally recommend getting an organizer just because you can get the little side pockets right here. I have a water bottle holder, but instead of putting a water bottle in here, you can just use this as another divider, which is really convenient. This does not pass my elbow test as well, but it is still super comfortable. Like, in general, I will actually wear this as a shoulder bag like this because it keeps it more secure as well, because even though it's open, it's very difficult for somebody to pickpocket because of how small this opening is and like how tight my arm is right here. But it's very comfortable. Even though I'm wearing a sweater right now, it's not the thickest sweater, but it's extremely comfortable. You know how some people with tote bags, they like to just take one strap off? In general, I don't do that. I actually take it off and then I finagle like this. I would actually think about getting another one of these. It's not on my radar yet just because my Goyard wish list, I would rather get a Cap Vert or a Bohème bag first, but you know, maybe in the future I would think about getting another one of these. In what color? I'm not quite sure. 10 and 10 recommend. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have a mini Anjou and if you have a little Hermes Twilly as well. I tried to tie the Twilly over the handle, but it just, I don't know, it looked kind of weird, I think, because the handles were so long. But yeah. So the number 2 spot, I'm sure we all know, is the Prada 2005. I'm just, even though these are 2 different bags, to me they're essentially the same thing. Obviously it's just one has Saffiano leather, and then this one obviously comes with the crossbody strap, which I 100% never use anymore. I think I tried to force myself to use the canvas strap once, and then I was like, I don't like this, I regret this. So obviously it does come with the strap here, I just never use it. However, I do actually attach the little pouch that comes with it on the front of this sometimes. So before I had the Jellycat, I actually wore my Prada bag a lot like this because I could put like my AirPods or my wired headphones, just like super easy access right here. But what I've noticed, I don't know why, but this has come off of here so many times, like easily like 3 to 4 times, which is 3 to 4 times too many. No joke, I'll be walking like this and then all of a sudden this little pouch will be on the floor, and I've been super lucky. Like, people have been walking behind me or I've been with my friends and they're like, oh Maggie, like your pouch fell. Or no joke, twice 2 strangers gave it to me and was like, oh, I think this is yours, and I was like, oh my god, like I can't believe it fell out. So now, ever since the last time it fell off, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep it off because that's not very secure. I don't know what about this clip, it doesn't seem very flimsy, but just based on experience, it is flimsy. I don't know why. The price point on this one is crazy now, because I remember when this first came out, when my friend got this before I did, she paid I think $13.50 I believe for like the whole set, and I think this is now like $1,800. I need to double check. And then at the time this was for sure like less than $1,000, but I think this is over $1,000 now. You guys know that because I'm a collection addict, I definitely still want to add a crystal version of the 2000, but the 2005, I just cannot stress enough how much I love it, how much I use this. These, you can fit so much. You can actually fit a water bottle in this as well because it's nylon. It's actually very flexible. And then this does pass my elbow test, which is really nice. I've actually never tested this one. I don't, yeah, this one does not, but it's okay. I still love this one just as much. I think it's a little bit absurd how much the price increased, but in terms of functionality, I have definitely gotten my cost per wear out of this, and the fact, especially in the black one, you can use it in the rain, it's fantastic. And then last but not least, you guys know my most used bag in my collection slash my most used shoulder bag without a doubt is my Ava bag. I loved it so much that I got it again, and just to preface this, I still love it so much that I definitely still want to add a leather version. The black with the Triumph is what's getting me. When I tried it on in person, I was just so surprised because the leather versions of the Ava are so supple, like so supple. I really want it. But anyways, digressing, I feel like all I do is talk about the Ava. The white one is my newest one, and I have this little Miffy charm that my boyfriend got for me at the Melbourne airport, and then I have my little Maison de Sabre charm. I actually keep quarters in here for meters because there are some older meters in LA that don't accept card, and just even though this is for an air tag, keeping quarters in here, genius. I don't know why I didn't do that before. And then I know I mentioned in my unboxing of this one that this did not pass my shoulder test, and I didn't know why. Honestly, I think I just needed to squeeze this part down more, just like for this one is squeezed down more, and then now it actually does, because I was using this all week, 7 days straight, and it actually does now. Do you see that? I mean, it's not obviously as, but it works. Do you see? Do you see? So that crisis was averted. There's just so many things that I love about the Ava. I love how basically indestructible it is. I love that it truly goes with absolutely everything. I feel like the white color can definitely be a year-round color as well. I feel like this would work in the wintertime and then in the spring and summer as well. But this has definitely been, since I got it, my go-to bag just as of late. I don't think anyone was surprised that the Ava bag was in the #1 spot. Like, absolutely no surprises at all. Alrighty guys, we've come to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. So those were all of my shoulder bags from least used to most used. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions about any of the bags that I have. If you're debating on it, are you in your shoulder bag era too, or are you guys just full on into crossbody? I remember when I was in Melbourne and the Louis Vuitton essay that I was speaking to, she was like, I'm not really into shoulder bags. She was like, I love a crossbody. I love being hands-free. But you guys know me, I love shoulder bags. Like my COS gray bag with my little cute little Australia koala. I have used this bag, if not on the same frequency as my Celine Ava bag. This has just been my go-to when I need to go grocery shopping, go to the gym. This is like my go-to like gym purse, and it's super carefree. Like I can put this on the cart and not care about it. Oh, it's so good. I didn't feature this in my top 10 just obviously because this is not like a luxury brand, but definitely recommend getting this because COS actually has a lot of 25% off, so just wait for 25% off because it normally applies to these ones as well. They had this like matcha color that I saw online before, so if they re-release that or if it's still on the website and they have a 25% off sale, I'm debating on getting another one. Don't need it, definitely don't need it, because I love this one so much. Definitely currently trapped in my shoulder bag era. As always, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. It really helps support my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.